Well, this is the lineup for the men's double sculls as the train rushes behind our commentary box into Lucerne station. And you can see there the yellow bib held by Matthew Wells and Stephen Rowbottom after their success in Munich. So let's meet the finalists. So up on the far side, Luca Spick and Itzhak Job, the world champions. But Luca Spick's been suffering from a fever that didn't start in Munich because he had back problems. So goodness knows what they're going to do here. They did have to work hard to get into this final. Dave Crawshaw and Scott Brennan for Australia in lane number 2. They were 8th a year ago in the World Championships. Here are the men who finished 4th in the World Championships, but as I said, they actually won in Munich, the opening regatta of the season. And Rob Waddell and Nathan Cohen. Well, Rob Waddell in this New Zealand double scull, of course, he, the man who won the World Championships individually in 98 and 99 and the Olympic title in 2000s. Hui and Xu Hui and Zhang Liang, again to be really respected in lane 5, and Adrien Hadi in the stroke seat with Jean-Baptiste Maquet. These two men who were silver medalists last year, gold medalists the year before. So this is a real quality final.
It's a real quality final, and these two in pole position to take the gold medal here today. So that's it for Wells and Rowbottom. It's a big test with these experienced crews around them. But some disarray through the field, and yet to see how it'll turn out.
So away we go.
Maquet and Hardy have been complaining, that's them closest to camera in lane 6, of various discontinuities and slight incompatibilities. Jean-Baptiste Maquet is saying that they're both swinging away in such a way that he sometimes can see the stern post as they go in to take the catch. But they will get it back together again. They always make a bit of a song and dance about the early part of the season and then come through strongly in the championships.
Yes, and in a funny sort of sense, watching them yesterday, Hugh, they're in the foreground here. Adrien Hardy, of course, Olympic champion with Sébastien Piardon in Athens almost 4 years ago. They looked actually to almost cruise into the semi-finals.
Yeah, they didn't make the final in Munich, and there was a good deal of chaos, and there was a lot of lippy stuff going on there between Jean-Baptiste Maquet. He was talking. He's still calling something on every stroke. So, they have the drag of the boat 6, and that is Rob Waddell and Nathan Cohen. Now, this is a new pairing, doubling rather. Rob Waddell contested, having been out for 4 years, contested the trials for the single scull against Mahed Drysdale, who's taken his single sculls World Championship mantle from him, and Waddell, having spent some time grinding, working coffee grinders on great big America's Cup yachts, he's back in the swing for rowing and contested the single sculls, just lost it, and was put in this double with
Nathan Cohen.
And look at them. But he's feared for his single sculls prowess and his sheer strength rather than from the compatibility of this double.
Yeah, but it was quite an occasion. Obviously, we weren't there, Hugh, but it was live on television across New Zealand. So I guess every one of you who are up with us on Sky, I hope you're enjoying this, because this was certainly one race we were looking forward to see just how he would do in this final, and particularly against the likes of these newcomers, Xu Hui and Xian Lang, who won the repechage to get into the final here, and they're doing in this final what they did in the repechage, trying to lead from start to finish. But it's Wells and Rowbottom who are looking, actually, that's them in the yellow vests, 3 from the bottom of your picture as it is now, and they are hanging on. Well, they're certainly in second place, and I thought they were briefly in the lead there, but they're not pushing too hard. There's nothing unnatural about this look, and I would have thought they're racing right inside their race plan, and will have some confidence because they do come on strongly in the last 500 meters. But those 3 crews, that's China,
New Zealand and Great Britain looking from the bottom of the picture. Great Britain still just in front, 0.29 of a second up on China there at 1,000 metres. Those are the three crews that look to be going through for medals. Now, Waddell does not look troubled, does he? He just looks immensely powerful, and it must be a great feeling for Nathan Cohen there to sit there knowing that you've got an engine with at least 8 cylinders sitting up in the bow seat ahead of you.
The Chinese still very much on the premises. The times in the...
This New Zealand are moving. New Zealand have come right through here.
I was going to say that the times were very similar. Both the British and, of course, the New Zealanders qualified directly into this final, and there was 8 tenths between them. And now New Zealand moving it up to 37 strokes a minute to try and tackle the British. And there is Stephen Rowbottom and Matthew Wells. You can see through all those close-ups, it's a pity they were close-ups there, you just couldn't really see the movement of the New Zealanders, and now the British at 36, and those two crews just beginning to push and put the pressure now onto the Chinese closest to you.
Those two crews are tearing a hole in this field. They've taken a length, both of them have taken a length on the rest of the field in the last 30 strokes. But it's New Zealand who seem to me to be moving the stronger, and it'll be a question now whether Stephen Rowbottom and Matt Wells have got a response as they go into the last 500 metres. New Zealand fractionally ahead.
Australia, as you can see, in 4th place, and as I suggested, Lucas Spick and Istok Chop really struggling on the far side at the moment.
Nathan Cohen, knowing he's got this huge engine in front of him, is just raising the rate ever so slightly, sharpening up on the catch, and Waddell sitting up, and that's half a length they've taken on Great Britain since 1,500 metres. They look immensely powerful there.
And we say this, or we have been saying this over the last 3 seasons, Hugh, this fantastic squad that's been developed here by the New Zealanders. 39 strokes a minute, and
all that Cohen has to do is just snap it in a bit quicker, and the big fella up front just pulls it through. It must be the most wonderful sensation. Oh, I'll have another pip here. Boom.
Yeah, but have a look at this. British still with an overlap, just trying to raise their game, and on the far side there, Australia as well, trying to get into this as we come with about 150 metres to go. New Zealand leading at the moment at, well, it's Britain at 38 strokes a minute, but New Zealand coming in to take the victory in the men's double sculls, and it will be Great Britain in 2nd place, then Australia, who have come across to take 3rd place. The Chinese have really faded badly, and in fact are being challenged on the near side by the French, who just avoid last place, I think, ahead of Slovenia.
Yeah, Slovenia, Istok Chop and Lucas Spiek. Lucas Spiek, 3 vertebrae in trouble, and so he was unable to row at Munich after frankly hiding his injury for the whole of April. He's been under treatment of every doctor in Slovenia to try and get him better, and he isn't really, they're not back on form. But the form there was very worrying for Great Britain, because Waddell and Cohen will be as powerful as this, or even more powerful, in the expected headwind, which we're going to look forward to in Beijing. The racing is planned for the afternoon, when the wind, which is usual at that course, will have swung round to straight head, so it should be fair, but there'll be a straight headwind down that course. It will be a course designed for powerful crews. That was where Wells and Rowbottom of Great Britain, silver medalists here, thought that they would have an advantage, but the big fella on the right of this picture is going to snatch that advantage away from them, because there is nobody more powerful in world rowing or sculling, and he has been since he got a bronze medal, 4th place behind Greg Searle and others in Aiguebelette in 1997. Thereafter he reigned until he went off to yachting.